Good morning. Welcome back to Floramancer, folks. Happy Sunday. I am just getting everything set up. I think I have everything set up, so we're just gonna take a look here. Nope. So, what's been going on? Grab some food. We're gonna eat this last beetroot soup, and then that'll be it for that. I did nom on a raw mutton, so we need to put that in here. Raw mutton. Whew. I just started. That's why I just started. Anyway, our list of food to try to get the eating all the things in advancement. Not one I've ever actually tried to do before, so yeah. You couldn't reproduce? Then we'll just blame Minecraft being weird, because it's still weird. I have all of these that still, after God knows how long, won't plant. Did you reproduce it with funnels? Because I saw your example picture did not have the funnels on it. You just had the redstone on the dispensers. And it's just filling up. And things. These have never ever planted. The ones that are empty here have just never. Oh well. I pretty much was like, oh well, we'll just have to play it with a loss in those spots. I'm starting to get them over here though too. Yeah, so don't know why. It is possible that it as was mentioned in the help channel, the dispenser is firing before it has an item, but then I don't know what it would explain the firing now that it has items in it. But anyway, that's the way that works right now. I got my two beautiful force relay tree farms. I love these things. I could sit and watch these constantly. Just, yep. Anyway, we have a fantastic, look at that, it's 20. Yay. Yeah. So this was my big area, very likely, of causing all of the crystal cube issue that we discovered. This is the largest amount of crystal cubes I have in a small space. And I did not have a whole lot of TPS issues until I started making the resource checks for the flowers. Yep. So... And today I did not have to click on one of these to get it to know that it needed an item. I've been having to do that with the flower petals every so often. Some of them aren't registering that they have petals. Like, okay, so this would say there's 2048, but this would still, the torch would be on. Don't know. So to fix it, I just have to request a petal and it would update, and off it went. But I didn't have to do that today. Yay. It's not that big of a deal to me. I just consider it not 100% efficient and move on from there. But I am happy to see my mobs are falling without jumpiness because the TPS is fixed, which means I might actually be building a supply of spider eyes again. Yay, 12! Instead of being a deficit in spider eyes, I might be able to turn my Narslimmus back on. We're really close to getting that one done. 6 more pools, so in 3 hours, with the ones that I have, in 3 hours we could have that advancement done. So we could do that. And then this one. All right. There it goes. It took a while for it to pick it up. Pick up. There we go. All right. I have also been around. I removed about 50 taters last night. They're now framed drawers so that they don't look like anything but the blocks that are around them. So yeah, I removed as many potatoes as possible. Oh, there's plenty more over here. I didn't get to this side. One of the things that I noticed that we need to do today is that the Rosa Arcanas are producing enough mana to run everything that needs mana over here to the point that we're overflowing. So this is constantly full. And it's just, we're at a mana positive situation, so we're going to need to get a tablet system set up over here. It'd be really nice in 1.16 when I won't need to use storage drawers because of the mana tablet NBT data will be recognized by hopperhawks. That'll be nice. Yep. Oh, and the other thing I want to do, we should probably do that now. If I've built up enough mana after my big snafu yesterday with all that snow and the Terra Shatterer. I should have, it was such a, yeah, it went through practically all of our mana, but now we're building up a supply again. We're at 43 mana tablets. We usually hold steady at 63, 64. But, you know, our Terra Shatterer is getting closer and closer to S rank. Again, for no reason whatsoever in this pack. Especially with Garden of Glass. It's just to use some mana. No reason to use it at all unless I want to go to the Nether and collect a bunch of resources there. Which I could use it at bedrock level and try to find some ancient debris in new chunks since we have future Minecraft mod added. But I have no use for ancient debris. Unless I want to use the blocks, which they're gorgeous. There's some beautiful netherite blocks. But other than that, yeah. Ooh, I still have this on that from my testing. I have some torches in redstone torches. So my toolboxes are in here. I still haven't replenished them, so they're pretty low. Yeah. Do I have sparks in water? No. I actually don't have any water. I mean, I've got this water. In water. Woo. I moved this forward as I had planned. This block is kind of like where the line is going to be. I don't know if I want to move it forward again. I only had so many trim on me at the time, so if I do, I'll need more trim to bump it forward. Yeah. Our big snow snafu, you remember last? Yeah. The Hopper Hawk couldn't keep up with picking up the snowballs from the catalyst, and so they just sat on top there and used up a lot of mana and made 35 stacks of snow blocks. Yeah, so I had to stand and use my manufactory halo to craft them into blocks while I was picking them up. It's like, So I turned this back down to 1 at a time instead of 4, which is what caused the problem, remember? Yeah, fun. Anyway. Oh, it's so nice to not have the block lag too. Woohoo! All the goodness. So today I have a list of things, and we're gonna try to go through as many things on the list as possible. First, I want to show you the Gormarillus is still running, and I will want to do more than just the one flower. And now that we don't have the lag issues, I can put up a few more here. All right. So it's doing steak and pumpkin pie right now. Eventually I want to make it do steak and rabbit stew. So yeah. These are both the same hunger points. I'm not sure about saturation, but the hunger point's the same. Yep, we're doing good. And then I still haven't turned on this last bit of thermal lilies. This one row here isn't turned on. And as far as our progress here, we have 6 of the jumbos. Once we have 9, it'll make an immense, and we'll be able to put it over here until we get the next one. Closer and closer to that Galactic Potato, but it's still going to take a very long time. Very long time. So the first thing on my list is to make a couple of Overgrowth seeds and slap them on our Jaded Amaranthus. I think we have 3 in here. And getting in there will be fun. Yeah. We just have to punch our way through. So to make an Overgrowth seed, you need a notch apple and a half a mana pool. So we're gonna do 3. And it's in the alchemy catalyst over here. And we're gonna just drop one in. There we go. So I'm pretty sure you can just slap these on the floating flower variants. I'm pretty sure that's the case. Where are we here? Okay. And I think we're gonna go down these. Yep, I have 3. Maybe not. Are they only full blocks? I mean, if that's the case, we'll just place full block Jadeds. We'll have to get some full block Jadeds. That's not a problem. Okay, let's do that then. We have to make a few Jaded Amaranthus. Back out. Get out. Alright. Whee. So we need, oh, I have redstone root ups in my storage. Oh, that's right, the runes of spring. We still don't have those automated because we haven't had any flowers that's really needed a lot of them. I can make 2 right now. And then I need grass, metamorphic. Three saplings, 1 wheat, and then the other air water fire. And we need, is it just seed? Seeds. There we go. All right. Since we're just making 1, we don't need to use our automated setup. I didn't need to do that. There we go. Metamorphic. It's the grass. Grass. One, two, do, 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 do. What? Metamorphic grass, 3 saplings. Oh, what am I doing here? Oh boy, guys. This is to, oh shoot, I didn't want to do that. What did I just do? Can you guess? I know that you guys are smart in Botania. Laugh with me. I don't know if I have living rock down here. Yeah, now we have 3 spring runes. I don't know what I was thinking. That was hilarious. Okay, 3 spring runes. All right. And oh, I bet I'm making redstone root now that I think about it. Because I'm making ranuncarpuses and hopper hawks. Roots, lime, green, purple, root, put the water back. We have seeds. Go. Oh, there's a frickin'... There's a block of dirt in there. There's stuff in there. Try again. This would have been faster to do this without the machine. By now. Root. So don't do what I do. Do what I don't do. It's also Sunday, and if any of you guys know already, if you've watched me on Sundays, my brain doesn't work very well on Sundays. So there's that. Let's eat this beetroot soup. Last one of those. And I have dirt, so I can do the overgrowth seed. Okay. Number one. Oh. Now it doesn't have to be grass, does it? It can be... It has to be grass. I have never used an overgrowth seed before, so this is... Because usually they're really rare in loot to get, and so it's just not been something I've ever had. You... No. I am not limited to Gaia loot. It's actually a Lunium conversion. You get notch apples from the Lunium, and you drop a notch apple into an alchemy catalyst pool, and a half a pool of mana gets you an overgrowth seed. I do wish you could just make floating flowers with overgrowth. I do. Not gonna happen. So there we go. We now have grass there. That didn't work because it only worked with regular grass and not vivid. Oof. Hello. Maybe it doesn't work with Botania grasses. Which, you know, that's fine. We're learning as we go here. Regular grass. Yay! Okay. Great. And then we had one here. And then we had one here. So far. If we need to increase it more, then we can. But woo. Now they're even faster. I can't quite remember what all of the benefits are of an overgrowth seed for a functional flower. But, it's beneficial. Alright. Great. See, if you were still poking at the patch, the bug stuff, Hubri, I would have just removed the petal checks over here, so it'd be less sparks, less cubes. I would have just removed all the ones for petals, because I'm like, I don't think I'm ever gonna run out of petals. I do want to upgrade these drawers, probably. And 32 stacks is a healthy number of petals, to be fair. But yeah. Okay, so we have that done. Now there are other flowers I could do overgrowth seeds for. So that would be the first thing. Yeah, if you were still working on it, I would have just removed the petal checks, because I have never run out of petals in either playthrough. So that would have been one that I'm just like, well, I don't really need to check for those. Things I need to worry about, the runes. The runes are always things that I find I am out of resources for things like that. Especially like currently, fermented spider eyes has been a challenge. Yeah, and I'm sorry for the lip smack there. I didn't expect it to make that loud of noise. So I had to create a check under here for specifically spider. Ooh, so you have 21. I've gained like 9 in just the time I've played. I wonder if my tick rate was causing me to my mob farm to act wonky and I wasn't getting enough spider eyes. It is very convenient I have to do this now. I'm very, very grateful that because it's such an old Botania version, I was not expecting anything to be looked at. I really wasn't. I'm like, I know you guys, I know you maintain the old versions, but I was just like, I doubt they're gonna do anything about this. If they find anything, they're gonna be like, it's so old now. No, we don't care. Let me check off doing the overgrowth seeds done. Woo! It is a very big improvement. You're not wrong. I can actually continue to make my world bigger and more insane and get more things automated and more farms going and continue to preach that all you need is Botania and vanilla and you can do everything Minecraft has to offer. Mostly. I mean, there are still things you can't automate the wither fight without the Botania tweaks thing. I don't think. Apparently you can do it in this pack, especially with the new change of being able to create wither skeleton spawners. That's recently changed. That's been recently added. So you can create spawners if you can get a mob head. And I think Lucid, when I expressed my issues with spider eyes, was going to make it so that the Quark witch hats work like mob heads so that I could make a witch spawner, and that might be coming down the pipeline when he does an update. But I'm wondering, I mean, because I'm not getting a whole lot of spider eyes compared to other drops. Yeah, pretty much. And I don't know what rune I'm missing. But now that I'm getting them, oh, I'm so excited for cave crystals. Granted, just so you guys know, Lucid did add a recipe for cave crystals that don't require runes. because I was like, oh, just having to get to the Lunium just so I can build with cave crystals is just really insane. Yeah, I'm getting distracted here. Let's see here. Here's our list. We can get rid of you for now. There are other things I could do overgrowth seeds on. I would need far more than 7, I think. I would love to be silly, and this is silly because I don't know a single Botania person who likes hydrangeas because they die. Granted, they would hate this pack altogether if that's the case. I would love to make my hydrangea farm all overgrowth seeds. Now, this is not even as big as I had planned to make this. I had planned to add 3-4 more levels to this because I wanted to be that silly with hydrangeas, since so many people are like, ugh, hydrangeas, they're dumb, they're stupid, they die. Let's make a giant battery like we used to, except for replenish it every hour. And you can't say in 1.7.10 people didn't do these. Yep. Anyway, how are we doing? 54. We've gained 10 mana pools in a half hour. Or mana tablets. Burp. Yep. Okay, back to our list. We are working towards the Entropinium. That is our next flower to automate. Now, I will have to go back to my Season 1 world to see how I set up the actual automation of the TNT dropping. Because I know I used mana detectors and I don't remember the exact redstone layout that I had, but I know I was checking to see if the mana detector was done. So it was a falling edge detector, I think, because when you send mana through a mana detector, when a comparator is against it, it kind of sends a blinky signal, and you want to make sure that that blinky signal isn't going to create another TNT drop until it's done. And I know I'm using language that isn't tech savvy. But yeah, we'll be doing that. We have so much gunpowder. Let's see how are we doing? Count. See, look at that. I'm not concerned about running out of TNT. I totally was in Season 1. If you guys recall Season 1, I was getting gunpowder by catalyzing flint. So I was placing gravel and using the tiny planet with a bore lens to break the gravel over and over again until I got flint, and then converted the flint into gunpowder, simply because I couldn't find a creeper spawner, even though they do exist in the overworld of this pack. They're very rare, and I didn't have a mob farm of any sort in my Season 1 world for that, so I had no gunpowder. The only way I could get gunpowder is through TNT. So my Entropinium setup there was reliant on a check for if I had enough flint in order to run the Entropinium for the entire hour. Because I didn't want to waste crafting Entropinium if I didn't have enough TNT to run it. So it never ran if it only had like 2 TNT stored, type of thing. Yeah, that was insane. But we need to do packed ice next. We did snowballs and snow yesterday, so we need to do packed ice today. And then we need to do cake. And once we have those, we can do the Rune of Winter. These are the 2 flowers we have left to do that do not require Alpine Portal ingredients in the rune recipes for them. So we need to do these 2, and then we can move on to ones that require Alpine Portal ingredients, because we'll need to automate the Alpine Portal. And that's just kind of, it's doable. I've done it. It's great. Just that's kind of like the gate for what flowers I'm doing in a certain order. So yeah. Yeah. we have any of these to check? Oh, yeah. We have snow to check off. We can check snow off. And, oh, we need to do ice. Are we doing ice? I think we are. Do I have the levers back here? No. Let's make some levers. I don't have any levers here either. Okay, so yeah. Back up we go. And we need to check off snow blocks and ice. And we almost have all of the farms for the tier 1 and 2 things. We're making wool currently, as I told you, with string from our mob farm. I do want to eventually have a sheep farm, so that we can get wool that way. That's why it's not checked off now. We do need nether quartz duping, and we need to add grass to our setup. That might actually be something we can do really quickly. But it feels so good to have that done. Let's fetch the couple of grass that we have over here. I don't think I'm going to need 8. But we can add it to, because we're going to be up here anyway for doing the packed ice up here. But we can do grass, and then we just need to change a few of these. And then we'll do can I get over there? Nope. Aw. Stop. There we go. Give you back your wand. Okay. Now we should get some regular grass in our setup. I don't know how fast we will end up getting some grass, but it should happen. We'll keep an eye on it. We have 2 blocks I've placed inside here already, so yeah, we'll just have to keep an eye on that. We can check it off. Woo. Grass blocks. Yay! Alright, so we're going to need to do a similar setup to the one we have there, but for packed ice. And need you. I probably... trying to think of how I'd like to get it done. It'll probably look exactly the same, except for darker. We're going to need to make sure that there are no torches nearby or the ice inside it will melt. And we don't want that. Let's see how far we can get with the stuff we have on us. Because it's going to be this. We're going to need to do weight lenses on the blocks, but it's going to be... we should probably make these floating. Oh, I don't have this. I have pasture seeds, but I thought I would have mystical flowers in here too. I guess not. And we need glowstone. Oh, you know what? I have glimmering flowers from when I changed out all the torches. Let's tuck you back in here. Okay. My mind just went blank as to why it's not working. Oh, how long has it been since I made one? Ah, yeah. I'm like, I know this is the recipe. Okay, thank you. Alright, so these are floating pure daisies, which means they won't break if water happens to be here. Hoping it doesn't, but you never know, right? Do it here and here. That will give us, we're gonna use the birch wood to display that much space for cacti. And we're not gonna do all the sides because I don't think we're gonna need that much packed ice. Can I move you over without it looking, well, it'll be offset because this is an even number or an odd number and this would be an even number. Yeah. I need a Ranuncarpus. Oh, I probably need to make this guy. I should make that one floating too, because I like to use... How did I do this in my season 1? Because I'm just now thinking I need to be able to place the the ice and then piston push it. How did I do that? And again, this is simply because it's Sunday and my brain seriously just does not put 2 and 2 together very well on Sundays. We might have to load up my old world and look at it because I'm just having this big old brain fart moment. Because you can't use a bore lens, you have to use a weight lens, and so I need to be able to push. So the Ranuncarpus will place the ice on blocks, and then I'll need to be able to push it off those blocks to do the weight lens to drop them, to then pick them up as entities. Maybe I'll only be able to do a couple at a time, because I'm just thinking if I put pistons here... I can't do it where the flowers are. Screw it, I'm looking at my old world. Because my head's not working. This might load faster too. Well, not load, but run faster. The TPS of this world, when I was actually playing it near the end, was down to like 10. Felt very unplayable. It's going to take a little bit to load, but sure, I'll show you the TPS. Once I get down into the laboratory and look at my... I can do a Spark profile too. Yep. So... yeah. As this one loads, for those of you who haven't been watching many of my streams, this is my old world, and I rage quit this one at the very end. I had already automated the Dandelion. I rage quit because not of anything to do with Botania, but because of the way I played. I didn't create large enough farms to handle the demand. So my supplies ran out, and because I didn't have proper checks on some of these things, stuff like that happened. And I haven't fixed any of these, so things would break even though I've got new checks in place. Then the checks would break, and I rage quit because I was constantly trying to fix everything. So the laboratory, let's go over here while everything still loads in, and then I'll get you a... This is my ice to packed ice. Okay, so I only have 3 here. Ah. Okay. Oh! Ahaha! Okay, so it places there, and the sticky piston pulls it that way. I was thinking, see? My head was like pushing it forward, not pulling it back. I see what I did there. And there's my random carpets to place them, and this is the timer for it working faster, which we can turn that one into... No, we can't. Yeah, we can. We could have done the pure daisy and made it go faster. But I just changed it to them to floating, so we'd have to make new pure daisies. Gotcha. So this is the time. All right, so when this goes off, it triggers the random carpus to drop some more, or the funnel to drop more ice, and then it retracts the sticky pistons, and after a delay, the weight lenses go off. And I have this just... There's my counter back there. Probably I'm using that instead of... since I had just learned about putting a block next to the comparator, I was using this for the signal strength count. So that's before I learned how to really use comparators better. So that is the way that is. Okay, let's go here. Here's my my flint. There's my flint maker. I'm at 17.5. That's a lot better than it was. All right. And the rest of my lab. There's a larger version of the grass farm that we have. I think I have that guy turned off. Nope. Clearly, I don't have a turn off for this. I don't have it set to stop working ever. That was dumb. It just keeps going and going and going. There's my cobbleworks here. Just making sand. Sunflower farm. We'll need to be doing this some point. There's my sunflower farm. And I actually am using the Nutrifier, red string Nutrifier to bone meal. It so I didn't have to see the redstone that I have back here. Boy, that's a mess. I bet there's an easier way to do that. So there's bone meal in here, and then the Nutrifier here. Interesting how that doesn't come up on Wayla. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's a comparator. Where's the... Oh, there's the Nutrifier. It's pointed at the sunflower, which creates more sunflowers. Yep. Whoop. This is my automated broken flower setup here. I'm out of water buckets and probably seeds. I kept losing my water buckets. So the checks for that actually had checks for water buckets and stuff here. So I have, yeah, checks for water buckets, and it had a gate. So it turned all of it off. Here we've got these vertical and gates. So we had the checks come in one side and the watered seeds on the other, leading to the observers, which fired pulse mana spreaders at the hourglasses here. Turn them on and off. Yep. Oh, see, okay. Here's one of the big things I learned in Season 2 that I should have applied in Season 1, and that was, I'm trying to find it. My mana transport system was not lossless. Specifically, I had two chains. This is my output from the battery to the areas that needed it, and this was fine. Yeah, at least it's kind of playable again if I fix all the resource problems it had. So these are the outputs. They go out to the things I need, which means up higher are the inputs. Where I take things from generators and send them this way. This is your flaw. This is the flaw that it says it in the Lexica Botania. I ignored it and but don't do this. If your mana pool on the ones on this side is full, it will just waste the mana that's in the minecart. Yeah. So it wasn't bad. My main problem here was that I just didn't have enough supply to create enough mana to do all the things. It just cascaded down to I don't recommend. We'll be doing this soon. This is the Spectral Lotus, but we're going to do an insanely weird way of getting the colored wool that will be fun because it'll be different. This is my Spectral Lotus. He's down here. Hey dear. I'm guessing we're probably out of one of the wool's types. Not on this side. Oh, we are on this side. We're out of a color. We're out of whatever was this color. White. Yeah. This, if you watch the Gyms do his mod sauce Botania challenges, this is exactly his setup. Because I didn't understand a lot of the red string stuff before that, or redstone for that matter. The whole reason I played Floramancer was to learn redstone. Yeah, so that's his setup here. It's exactly what he did. I am not doing this time around. I'm not gonna have this, and I'm not gonna have colored sheep. I'm gonna have white sheep, and the white sheep, I'm going to use the paint slinger lens to make the colored wool that I need. It'll be funny. It'll be different. This is I don't think I'm going to need this many sheep for one. If I have just all white sheep, that's my guess. And the paint slinger lens will change it to the colors that I need to keep the supply. So we'll see. We'll see. And then this is also broken. My cows and chickens. Yeah, all the sheer number of cows here and chickens. I'm out of buckets, so it can't make any milk buckets, but I have the milk buckets set up here too. That's why it keeps pulsing, it's because like it... Yeah. And then I have more chickens over here actually for all of the eggs and feathers that I needed. This is my iron farm because I had an iron deficit. And it's also where the pigmen fall in from the pigmen farm. Here. Yeah, not much on the surface though. There's my slime farm. Because it was all underground. I bet you can guess what flower is in this area. Yeah. That's my cobbleworks last time. Yep. It was... What were you? What were you? Oh, I think this was my concrete maker. Yeah, this is my concrete maker. Really? It makes some of my favorite Botania building blocks. I love the metamorphic stones. This world is definitely playable again. It doesn't feel choppy at all. The old laser beam tree farm. My Rafflesia with broken, because we're out of buckets again, mana stars and pure daisies. It's just, yeah. This is my, I think we move the living, yep, it's pushed up, so it's turned off. My living wood farm, Kekamuras, those are the awards that I had received. What else is in here? Then my thermal lilies are up there. I don't think anything is down there. My thermal lilies, which I'm out of. Oh, did you see? I don't know, did I show you? Can we go through here in spectator? Apparently not. Did you see my lava collection for this this playthrough? Did I show you, Hubri? There you go. It's minecarts. Yeah, so I went a long way instead of straight down or anything in order to get to lava level. And so here's where I fetch my lava. It drops off the buckets here. And underneath here is open crate, so it drops them and the hopper hog picks them up and it triggers the setup here to collect it, and then it drops them, and here's the cart reloading station. So unloads here, reloads there. You know, I thank you, F3N switches between those two. I'm not gonna be able to remember that, but I will try. Look at that, here's a bucket. Yep. That was how I did this in season 1. F3Q. Oh, there's a cheat sheet. I didn't know it had a key. Well, cool. And then the old piston clocks, the old hopper clocks. Etho hopper clock for the win. This is setup is straight from Tango Tech's Iron Farm when he was doing poppies into the Nether. Oh, for help, press F3Q. Ah. Interesting. Okay, so we're here for one thing. I need to go take care of do that. We're here to look at the Entropinium, which is over here. Alright. There's our Entropinium. He's still running. Hey. Somehow I've got some TNT. One of these are... I should be able to walk in somewhere. Did I not make it walk-inable? That's a word, folks. Walk-inable. Doesn't look like it. All says black stained glass. Oh, there we go. Spectral platform. Found it! Okay, so this is a pulse. Yep. I dropped the TNT and it exploded, and then the mana detector. Let's take a picture. Here. And here. And back there is where I have my my cube. Again, I did not know how to set another block next to the comparator to have it only turn on for a certain signal strength. So throughout this entire playthrough, you're gonna see crystal cubes really far away when I want a higher redstone signal strength. So yeah. And it looks like I have an overgrowth seed on this guy. Hey! And there's my box. This is where it falls down to. And it got really close to other things, but it didn't. My old farms. This was, I think, Janzi and Fred, who was the other guy who doesn't do Botania tutorials anymore. They did a round farm with minecarts, and I just kind of took that idea as this must be the only compact way to do farming. And this also here was before I realized that you could put you could make a mana first go through more than one drum. That was before I learned that. So we have potatoes there. We have the very small amount of carrots, netherwort, and beets that I had from this side. My favorite thing in this whole pack was my mushroom farm. Do I have... do I have any bone meal on me? Oh. I loved this thing. With the turntables. I haven't found any use for the turntables other than this. But I thought it was so cool to have the turntables spinning around and firing to break the tops of it. Yeah, I haven't used turntables for anything else. And I never actually fully automated this so that it would just keep running, because back here I've got my passive mushroom farms and it does pretty well. But yeah, this was my favorite. I've never seen anything like this. This one is my favorite, I think. Well, there you go. Here we can let me get you another few mushrooms going. Why haven't you placed a mushroom? I don't have a clock on that, clearly. Yep. It's a silly mess, but it's fun. That's really the game of it. That was the point of this, was it was fun. Obviously, now that you have this world, you can go clip and look at whatever you'd like. Yeah. This world is fun. I love this world. I had so much fun. Melons. I think pumpkins are somewhere else. This is melons. Cactus. And this is where things started falling apart. Chorus fruit. Here's my pumpkins. My chorus farm just kind of didn't really didn't build up enough, so my poor shulk-me-nots weren't able to keep up, and that stunk. So this is about where I gave up building too. Yeah. My shulk-me-nots are... Well, there's my hydrangeas. All of these underneath here. There's lots of hydrangeas around here. Did you? My furnace array that I hardly ever used. But yeah, my shulk-me-nots here. Oh, hello. It worked great when I had enough chorus fruit to feed the cocoons. So these are similar setups to the Entropinium, so it doesn't place the cocoons until the flowers are empty again. Yeah. But since I'm out of chorus fruit, it just spawned a bunch of mobs. And then my Gormarillus is over here. This is pretty much similar to what we're gonna do with the setup we currently have, although it looks like I did open crates and hoppers, which aren't necessary. I don't know why that sounds a little expensive, but anyway. And then I have the spreaders down here. And I have them, they can turn on and off based on their supplies back here. So I have it in a gate that goes through this way and hits my messenger things to turn off the hourglasses there. So this observer, it blinks for the state changes, right? So when the repeater is on, it blinks, and when the repeater is off, it blinks. And that is how I'm able to turn the hourglasses on and off. And it is likely something I should be using, because then the hourglasses aren't constantly flipping, which is what I have in a lot of my areas, even though they aren't doing anything because the redstone is at max power. Yeah, so clearly we're still making, we've got chicken and melons on this side. I don't think I have anything else in this world though. Is there anything else you'd like to look at, Hubry? Here's all my wasteful crafting haul. I don't know why I thought I needed a catalyst for every single item. Yep. I love this world though. I just heard something blow up. That's... Oh, okay. That's normal. That's why I have a obsidian thing. When the flower dies, there's still a chance for it to throw one more TNT, and so that's what that was. Okay. Alright, well, we've grabbed our screenshots, so we can hopefully... This is one of the worlds that I've saved. Usually I don't save all my worlds, but this is one world that I love going back into, and even though it's broken, I love looking at it. So, all right. While this loads in, I'm gonna get some more coffee, and I will be right back. So don't go anywhere. I will be right back.